But if you do a good work, it should give the right outcome. Especially being in politics, I feel it is a bit awkward to talk about cinema because in politics is a service which I committed to do. I'm committed to do it. When it comes to cinema, is promoting your cinema is unlike other actors, I feel it like a sin. My job is to do to play my role well, to make sure things are good while doing itself. Rest leave it to destiny. That's what I've been trained. This particular film, I wanted to go to each and every individual. That is my intention. And also about the hardships I had gone through in bringing this film together, bringing this film out. This film is all about Kohinoor diamond. Kohinoor diamond has been found in one of our mines from Kolluru, which is 60 to 70 kilometers from where we are sitting today. The origin of Kolluru diamond, the Kohinoor diamond, is from our state of Andhra Pradesh, 60 to 70 kilometers from the place where we are sitting right now. And how Kuli Qutub Shah took it, reached Kuli Qutub Shah. From Kuli Qutub Shah it went to Mughals. And from Mughals, where it went to, now it is in London. So the director Krish came to me in 2018-19, I think. He said, what if Kohinoor diamond, when it is during the Aurangzeb era, when he was ruling, what if someone from Kolluru or this part of India goes all the way to Delhi and steals that Kohinoor diamond right from Peacock Throne? And I find it that I like the high concept. It's an impossible task. Aurangzeb is a very tyrannical ruler. Under his tyranny, entire country is suffering. Let it be jizya, let it be, if you look at the entire script, when they narrated to me, 2-3 things really got pointed out. The one is the exploitation of resources. And second is cultural invasion. Third is how people stood out against the tyranny. And all three are very relevant even now. So I felt good about committing for this film, doing this film. And sometimes we have to understand the history because history keeps on repeating itself. So I felt that part has to be taken. I want this film to reach out as much as it should. Because the one major part of the film is about jizya. For being a Hindu, you have to pay tax. And the task would be given for the hero, the main protagonist called Harihar Veeramallu, who will be a mysterious robber who appears, a kind of Robin Hood. And he will be given the task to make sure by Kuli Qutub Shah, this is not about Hindus versus Muslims. This is not about which religion is, which dharma is superior. It is about a common man against a tyrannical ruler. So how the Kuli Qutub Shah gives him assignment for this guy and goes all the way to Delhi, how he got the diamond back or something, this is the crux of in one line I have to say the story. The first part, though it is a 4.5 hour screenplay, so finally as we are making the film, we have understood it would take too long. So that's why we split into 2 parts. The first part confines the travel from the finding of the discovery of the Kohinoor diamond, and from there till the hero and his team reaches out to the outskirts of Delhi. This is how the first part. So what we had explored many things. It's more of a wholesome entertainer. It is not about stoking the dark tensions. It is not about to stoke communal tensions. It's not about one religion against another religion. It is nothing to do with contemporary politics or nothing. It is more about one to reclaim the property what has been stolen from here. That's how it starts with. It ends with, for being a Hindu, you have to pay tax. So always we tried the idea as we were studying in school. Mughals were more glorified than anybody else in this country. Mughals ruled only for 200 plus years, or 20, 30 years. But whereas Vijayanagara kings have ruled for 400 years. If you look at Chalukyas, if you look at what each and Ahoms in Assam, they ruled for a longer time. But they were never glorified. I think sometimes through this kind of cinema, to reintroduce the history, the forgotten history, and all the crimes of Aurangzeb had been whitewashed. And that part will be also explored in the film. And I feel this is a film which would reach out to that part, to undo, sometimes you want to go back into the history, to undo that part. Gatanloki velli, we feel like fighting. I think that cinematic experience, going back into the Aurangzeb times, I personally felt when I was when I was studying in school, when he said jizya tax been levied on a Hindu for being a Hindu, sometimes we always feel what I would have been there, if I go back in time, like what we could do, how would I have reacted. I think this film gives that experience, especially the climax part. So that's how we have enjoyed the making of this film, and the Mughals' tyranny has been shown in the film. How he killed Dhara Sikho, how he imprisoned his father, and all these things are subplots in the film. The main plot is about stealing the Kohinoor from the journey, how to take Kohinoor from. This is how it starts. So this is the plot, and it made with a good budget. And especially we had faced 2 corona situations. And after that, here I have to face personally, I have to face the most tyrannical government here, most ruthless government while making this film. And we fought against it. That's why I could not do the film in last year. So that is also one of the reasons for the delay. And finally, when I became the Deputy Chief Minister, I didn't have time, but only once in every morning, after 6 months, after I taken charge as Deputy Chief Minister, morning from 7 to 9 and sometimes late night from 9 to 11, when all my official duties are over, I had dedicated certain few hours and I had finished the film. I think we did our best, we had given our best. I think I seek all your support and I seek all your, the message should go. And this is a wholesome entertainer, and whatever you wanted to ask few questions, I would like to take it. I'm glad.
Sir, Sai sir from Suman TV. Actually, Pawan Kalyan gar peru, Pawan Kalyan gar swag, Pawan Kalyan gar style ద్వారా కొన్ని వందల సినిమాలు ప్రమోషన్ అయ్యి హిట్లు కూడా అయ్యాయి. అలాంటి పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ గారు మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా ఆయన సినిమాకి ఆయనే ప్రమోషన్కి వచ్చారు. ఇది చాలా ఆశ్చర్యంగా ఉంది అందరికీ కూడా. సో సెకండ్ క్వశ్చన్ సార్, యాక్చువల్గా హరిహర వీరమల్లులో పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ గారే, ఉస్తాద్ భగత్ సింగ్లో కూడా పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ గారే. బట్ ఓజీ జస్ట్ ఒక గ్లిమ్స్ వచ్చిన ఆ ఒక్క దానికి వచ్చిన రెస్పాన్స్ కానీ హైప్ కానీ ఈ 2 సినిమాలకి ఎందుకు రాలేదనుకున్నారు?
ఈచ్ ఫిల్మ్ హ్యాస్ ఇట్స్ ఓన్ యూనిక్. ఈచ్ ఫిల్మ్ ప్రతి సినిమాకి ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే దాని యూనిక్ పొజిషనింగ్ ఒకటి ఉంటుంది. It will find its own way. When I did certain films, why when some films get the hype, why other film doesn't know? This film has a lot to, because this film is underrated. Because in contemporary times, we are more prone to violence. We like more grey shades. The true hero for me is a Dhiro Dhatturu. You know what is that? A true hero, for me it is a very textbook hero for me. For me, Rama is the hero, Krishna is the hero. So I want my heroes to be like that. But contemporary times, we like heroes with grey shades. Someone who is not too picture perfect. and who's got a lot of negative issues. I think the contemporary psyche of the society is more into grey. People have become more grey than black and white. I think that's one reason. But any good film, if it is narrated, if it is conveyed properly, once you get into the film and if you see the experience of it, I think you'll get it later. That's what I feel personally. And what is the second question, sir? Is it all over India? I don't know that. And frankly speaking, I assume myself as a regional actor. I never confined I confined myself for Telugu films. I never opted for Tamil. I never opted for Hindi. Because my comfort zone is, or my area of working is, I felt more comfortable in Andhra or more of confined to Telugu film industry. But I can share an experience with you. The size of Telugu cinema, how it went. I did one of my film called Bangar. I went to Israel in 2007 or I think around before 2010. Suddenly, I went to Israel, I went to some Indian restaurant in Jerusalem. Suddenly I had seen some Palestinian gentleman was looking at me. I thought he's going to attack me, whatever. I was thinking, I was having different thoughts. But he said, "Are you Pawan Kalyan?" I said, "Yeah, how do you know?" I was the least expected area. Imagine in Jerusalem. I said, "I keep watching your films in ZTV." Then I realized, okay, Telugu films are being dubbed into Hindi. Till then, my producers never told me because maybe I might ask more money. So they never told me. So for me, I think the great part of our country right now is the boundaries have been wiped out from regional cinema. There is no cinema of Telugu or Tamil. It is Bharatiya film, cinema. I'm very glad it is not about money. It is about the cultural integration happen. We are accepting cinema from South. Always Hindi cinema is always accepted in the southern parts of India. I'm a big fan of Amitabh Bachchan. I'm a big fan of, I used to really admire Jackie Shroff when his Hero was released. And I used to like all Hindi old songs, Kishore Kumar, everything. But post 90s or post 2000, especially from 2010 onwards, I don't know about political leaders. The people of India, people of Bharat, they have really integrated through cinema. And the barriers of South, North, everything have been wiped out. It came out, no matter good cinema is there, we're going to accept it, we're going to receive it. And the adoration and the love which is being shown on, especially from actors of South, it quite amazes me. I'm truly, truly grateful, not in terms as an actor, not in terms of because I'm an actor, I'm saying. For me, I felt more than the political leaders, it is the art which is integrating India more than the political leadership itself. That's what I feel extremely great. And I'm fortunate, I'm a part of that, both the worlds, both politics and cinema. And this film, I think, will do the needful, it will enhance that integration more. That's what I feel.
Sir.
ఈ సినిమాలో కూడా నేను రావాలని కోరుకుంటున్నారు, ఒప్పుతున్నారు, కొంతమంది రాకూడదు అనుకుంటున్నారు, వేరే మంది చెప్పింది వినాలి అంటున్నారు. మీకు ముందే తెలుసు సక్సెస్ డెఫినెట్గా ఈ మాటతో డెఫినెట్గా సినిమా చరిత్ర మించిపోతుంది చాలామంది అనుకుంటున్నారు.
If it happens, well and good. But I into cinema, no one used to put my photograph because you are.
One question. Sir, one question. படம் வந்து கோயினூர் வைரத்தை பற்றி பேசுது. கோயினூர் வைரம் ஆந்திராவுக்கு சொந்தமானது நீங்கள் சொல்லிட்டீங்க. இப்போ வந்து லண்டனில் இருக்குது. நீங்கள் வந்து இப்போ ஹீரோ மாத்திரம் இல்லை, பொலிட்டிஷியனாக இருக்கீங்க, சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் கூட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப்பாக இருக்கீங்க. லீகலாக அங்கேருந்து நம்ம சொத்து நம்மளுக்கே வரதுக்கு நீங்கள் வாய்ப்பு கொடுப்பீங்களா? ஒன்று. ரெண்டாவது, அவுரங்கசீப்பை பற்றி இந்த படம் பேசுது. சமீப காலமாக மகாராஷ்டிராவில் இருக்க அவுரங்கசீப்போட நினைவிடத்தை வந்து டெமாலிஷ் பண்ணணும், ரிமூவ் பண்ணணுங்காங்க. உங்களோட பர்சனல் ஒப்பீனியன் என்ன அதை பற்றி?
One is, I think, நீங்கள் சொல்கிறது என்னென்னா, to get the diamond back, from Koinur. I think how any idea starts with, how salt satyagraha starts. Someone want to pay a tax on your salt. And I said, I'm denying it. So it always starts with very small, with a very small idea. An idea starts in a small, simple room between 2-3 minds. So when so many minds are together collectively, I think once if you start with all your connectivity and all, like I think we should all spark a debate. Should Kohinoor should be brought back to India or not? I think this, if this film could spark the debate, I would be more than happy. And the second is about Aurangzeb thing. See, we can't undo history. My personal feeling is you cannot undo history. But we should not repeat those mistakes. There's no point in desecrate. There's no point in damaging his his burial site. There's no point in doing it. But we have to remember what had been done to the audience. In that way, we keep alert. That is what I wanted to say. Yes, ma'am, you can say.
हर हर महादेव सर, मेरा नाम ओशन है, मैं राजस्थान से आई हूँ और